froze up, but I am back and we're going to continue on with our Halloween wreath. Okay, so I've got the one little eyeball on there, and to kind of cover that little tip that you pull the ornament thing that you hang, I just covered it with a little bit of this tubing and then just glued it on top. But let's see. So we got one eyeball on there, and oh, they're all different color eyeballs. Okay. Okay, so that one is purple, and then this one is, we're gonna do a blue one. And again, I'm gonna pull this off and get some glue on that. I'm hoping to get back to a regular schedule, not next week, but the week after. I'm hoping that everything will be pretty much done with setting up the shop, and I'll be able to create, because part of my store is going to be stuff that I've made. So I'll have to do that. Let's see what color this one is. Oh, this is orange. Okay. So I will have to make, and it's Christmas, so I can't wait to make a bunch of holiday stuff. I've been seeing what you guys are sharing, and oh, I can't wait. So to do some of that as well. We're gonna do one more eyeball. And has anyone heard like when the Dollar Tree is going to raise their prices? Because I'm sure, just like most of us, we heard that they're going to be raising them, which is, I watched it on Good Morning America, so it wasn't like some random person just talking about it. And I don't know what the final price is that they decided on. Like if it's going to be, if they're just going to raise it all a quarter, or are they just going to go like with random prices? But I am super curious if anybody has any information, because I heard it and then haven't paid attention to it since. So, all right, we're going to do one more. The fun thing about these kind of Halloween wreaths is that you can do so many different colors. And with Halloween, that's just like my thing. I don't like, the bloody, gory, scary kind of stuff. I like the, let's do, bright green, orange, pretty purple, all that stuff. All right. There we go. See if I can get that in there. But yes, I've been slowly collecting Christmas stuff for crafting, because like I said, 2 weeks, not this week and not next week, but the week after, we should be back onto a regularly scheduled program with creating, which I'm super excited about. There's so much that when people send me things and they're like making some awesome craft, I'm like, oh, I wish that I could do that right now, but the house is destroyed and there's so much going on that I just haven't had time. But we should be out of the woods here shortly. So, let's see. Even though this has like a boo sign, we're doing lots of eyeballs and skulls and bones, but that's okay. It's all Halloween. And hopefully I'm able to sell this. There we go. All right, that stayed. And what else? What else was I going to chat with you guys about? And I don't know if you guys know that I'm also a huge thrifter, and I resell items that I thrift. It is actually, I've never done that before up until, doing all of this. I'm just going to kind of show you what I've got here so far. It's super cute. Oh, good for you, Sue. Yes, I've been messaging me on Instagram. I love that. I love all the things that you're sending me. I was just talking about that. Like, I love how people can connect with me on Instagram, because it's definitely easier. Like, I'm on that more, even though I haven't really posted. I get notifications for that, as opposed to YouTube, where I have to log in and then check the comments. And then sometimes YouTube doesn't show me everyone's comments. And then I go like on my phone, and then I go on my computer, and then I'm like, oh crap, these people messaged. And I generally like to, even if I don't respond to every single one, at least heart it, so you know that it's been seen and I've heard you. And I do want to say, today I did a tutorial where I was talking about, like, I believe that I've learned so much here in the past, like, week with opening a business. And let me just rephrase that. Opening a business as a creator, as a maker, that it actually isn't as hard as a lot of people will make you think that it is. It's a lot easier. There's tons of work involved, but it's a lot easier than I thought it would be. And so I was talking about that on my earlier video, and someone did comment, not mean or anything, but they were just like, hey, that retail isn't as fun. Like, working retail isn't that much fun. And I appreciate that comment. The one thing that I do want to say, though, is that I've been in retail for a year now, and I love it. I absolutely love it, especially when you're creating your own stuff. It's not like I'm just buying things to resell. I'm actually making this stuff to resell. So it's a whole different ball game when it's your stuff that you're creating. And I just want people to know, if you may have seen that comment, or people will pass that comment on to you, you'll tell them your dreams, and you're like, hey, this is what I plan on doing. And then somebody wants to say, well, good for you, Sue. And they want to tell you, oh, well, it's not all that it's cracked up to be, or it's, much harder work than you may realize, or whatever it is, whatever. Even if it is even if they're talking just like I'm talking to you, like, with love, don't listen. Don't listen. It's just like somebody trying to tell you, don't have kids. It's hard work. But if this is what you have on your heart, do it. And like I said, I totally appreciate that comment that the person left me. However, I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm sorry that retail isn't fun for you, but it is something that I have been working so hard for, and I am all for it. There's nothing that anybody can say that will change my mind about any of it. No matter if they've worked retail, had their own shop, any of that. I am hitting the ground running. And I want you guys all to know that even if someone has experience and they're trying to tell you, you know what, this is not going to work out the way you think it is because you need this, do it anyways. Do it anyways, because I have a year lease that I'm going to sign for this business. Who knows what will happen in a year, because I'll tell you what, my year has changed time and time again throughout this crazy pandemic. If it doesn't work out in a year, I've already reached the mountaintop. I could be totally happy with just being like, okay, you know what? Maybe this wasn't for me, and moving on to a different path. But I'm just going to make sure that I live out this dream, like this one dream. And like I said, if it lasts a year, then guess what? It was only meant to happen for a year. But we'll see what happens. But just don't let anybody rain on your parade, even if it comes from the best intentions. Just do your thing. Do your thing. All right, I have loaded up this wreath with all kinds of goodies. And I love it. Oh my gosh. This is my favorite kind of wreath. If you don't know, I love when there's all kinds of like trinkets. How can I? Oh my gosh. I just realized how to go back on comments on here. I've never been able, when people do a comment, I have never been able to, I'm like trying to read it as fast as possible. Do you know I just figured out how to scroll back through these? I don't even watch it. He thought my prices were high. You know, I know some people will, you know, it's great to get advice from people, hands down. Every time I've ever worked anywhere, I ask people questions. Especially like the owners, the boss, I ask people questions. I'm like, tell me how you got here. Did you get a loan? Tell me all the ins and outs. And like, I don't mind telling people, like, they're like, did you get a loan? I'm like, yep. They're like, what was this? What was that? I'm like, here's all the information, because I think a lot of these people that are in business don't share that kind of information for one reason or another. I'm not sure why. Maybe they just don't want to talk about the dirty work or like the financial aspect. But to me, that's the most important, because without that, you really can't get anywhere. So, it's great to definitely ask for advice. I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna pull it up, but it's definitely great to ask for advice. Hands down. I ask everybody for advice. But when you have something on your heart, you just need to follow your gut. You know, if you are asking people how much should you charge, and then they give you a price and it either seems a little too high or seems a little too low, change it. Change it. You know what you spent to make it. You know what your time is worth, hopefully. But do you. That's what I cannot stress enough about. Do you. I have gotten this far. Oh my God, look how cute. Oh my gosh. Look at how adorable this is. Look at all of this stuff on it. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I don't know why I thought this wreath was ugly last year. So, like, I totally hated this. I mean, I was beyond frustrated with this wreath last year. But it is so cute this year. But just stick with what you believe in. Do you. You got this. And like I said, time and time again, you know, I'm hearing it less and less. I'm hearing that people are getting more and more inspired just because. You got this. You got this. You know, and here's what I want you to know, okay? You guys, and I say some of you guys, are sending me pictures of, I'm tempted to put one of these little bows on there. Super cute. You guys are sending me pictures of your creations, either on Facebook or on, to the middle-aged crowd. Yeah, you've got to find your niche, you know. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out where this bow, it's not going to look cute anywhere. I'm trying to cover up this hole right here. I've got a hole on this head right here. And I'm like, what am I going to put there? So like, I wanted to put this little bow, but then it covers, this would be so cute if I could, but you can't pull it apart because it's already like made to go together. Should I do a little bone? No. I don't want to do like a little pumpkin because that just looks weird. So like, I wish I had something. Spider it is. Okay. I forgot what I was saying earlier, but there we go. Yes, definitely. I mean, if a bat, oh, I only had one more bat left. Let me see. I'm like, is it time to take it. Oh, it's already stuck on there. Like, darn it. There you go. Oh yeah, I was talking about like people sending me stuff on Instagram. So you guys are like sending me things on Instagram that you guys are creating. And I want you to know, for as many people as we think that can do what we do, we're like, oh, I make so many people make wreaths, and my wreath isn't any more special than anybody else's. Nobody has ever sent me the same craft twice. Like, you've never made anything and then somebody made something very similar. It has never happened. And I know nobody has made this wreath. So this is super cute. I absolutely love it. I love the eyeballs. I love everything about it. So cute. I will put in the description box what I did for this, because like I said, I know I started with a pre-made wreath, but I added all the trinkets. And this is what you can do. If you have a wreath that you really don't like, you can stick a centerpiece on, fill it with lots of goodies, make it bright, colorful, whatever, but just fill it with all kinds of goodies. And then soon yes, make your brand. But you can fill it with lots of goodies, and then slowly it will morph into something that you're just absolutely in love with. So I am super excited about this. This didn't take too long. And I know that I'm not the only one that has wreaths sitting in my closet that are like half completed, because sometimes like I start a wreath and I'm just like, this is going nowhere. I don't see it. Like, I've lost my vision. And so my vision meaning like what I wanted it to be. And so I hang it up in that room right there. If you look on the wall, there's about 6 unfinished wreaths that I'm not inspired with them right now, but maybe I'll just go back in there and take another look. So anyways, so yes, nobody's ever sent me the same thing twice. So just know that your creative abilities are one of a kind for sure. So keep doing what you're doing. Know that you can, if it is on your heart to do more, to be more, like with business wise, it can happen for you, because it's happening for me. And I'm going to say that over and over and over in every single tutorial, because people don't hear that enough, that you can honestly do this. I will help you. I will answer questions, because I'm just your average person living in a super tiny town that is slowly climbing this ladder. I've always like said I'm going to build an empire, and I kind of would say it jokingly, but now I'm like, no, it's happening. So anyways, thank you for joining me on this live, making this little spooktacular wreath. And now I think I'm going to take a good picture of it and put it on Facebook, and hopefully it'll find a new home within the next couple days is what I'm hoping for. So anyways, happy Wednesday. And like I said, creating, I'll be with you guys. I wish I had more. Good for you. 3 more. Good for you, Sue. Sell out at every single event. I'm going to put that like energy and that vibe out there for you. I will be creating probably maybe hopefully once this week, and it'll be uploaded. And then next week, it's all about just getting my store open. So I won't be able to connect with you. I might do a live, so just make sure that your notifications are on. And most likely it will be a live in my new store. So anyways, happy Wednesday. I will see you guys again. Thank you so much for joining me twice, because the first one froze up. And I will see you guys again in my next tutorial. Bye, guys.